I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
There we go. Hey! Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, it's Love and Hip Hop. Okay, you know what? I'm so off beat. But hey guys, welcome
Don't worry,
back.
I got you.
Yes, there we go. Look, you got me, sis. I mean, at least your mood's on point. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Love and Hip Hop New York, the after show here at AfterBuzz TV. I'm your lead host, Sierra Stafford, and to the left of me, I have Miss Saba. How are you doing?
Hey girl, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. You're looking bright.
Thank you. Yes, just like my personality.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. As you see, she's very bright personality, which we love. We need that energy around us.
I got you, girl.
Yes, thank you. But guys, welcome back to our panel. It's episode 8 of Love and Hip Hop New York. We have a lot of great topics, so we're just gonna dive straight into them.
Yeah.
So if you watched tonight's episode, it was called Happily Mena. If you don't know what Mena is, it's Erica Mena. Her and Safaree finally tied the knot. Well, been tied in real life, but they finally tied the knot. And honestly, guys, I was emotional.
Yeah.
As Saba, I was actually crying.
You were crying.
I'm emotional. Like, I always cry a lot of shit. I have to stop doing that. But I mean, the feelings are real, okay? And I'm a true fan, so listen. But let's start off. So before we get into the wedding, all the good stuff that happened, it didn't start off that well. So the opening scene we saw Safaree, he goes to Yandy's house and he wants to vent. Him and Yandy and Safaree have a good relationship despite how Erica and Yandy's relationship is.
Right.
But in that moment, Safaree was basically saying, like, I can't do this. I didn't go home last night. I went to my mom's house, and just like really showing cold feet.
Yeah.
Were you afraid in that moment?
Yeah, I was. Honestly, like I felt like he wasn't going to go through with it. I really did. Like he was not looking convincing at all that he wanted to go through with the wedding. And then, there was Erica on the other end who was also iffy, when she had her conversation with Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, that was a little scary.
Yeah, I
was scared.
I was scared too, but I feel like despite the situation that happened, the bachelor party, that went kind of left. So I knew that they were both going to be on edge. Because I would be too.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if the wedding's the next day.
Yeah.
Or like whatever the time frame were.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad they have friends that will push them, because Yandy could have easily said, which I know Yandy's not a petty person, but she could easily said, yeah, forget her. She doing all this to you, forget her. And Remy, well, she's black love, so we knew Remy's gonna have some good tips from my girl Erica, but it's just good to see they have friends in their corner to be like, this is what love is.
Yes.
And if you think it's gonna be easy, then you might want to rethink it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And weren't you surprised by Safaree's reaction? Like, didn't you think it was
Which part?
Like when he was talking to Yandy in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Like, didn't you think that was like a little manipulative, that he was so like hot and bothered by the situation? Like, I was like, really? Like, you disrespected Erica though. Like, why are you so pissed?
Because I think, not saying because I agree, but I think because he did tell Yandy, it was the fact that how the girls ambushed him. But I'm like, dude, first of all,
he started it.
That too, but I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, you're a man. Not saying men can't have feelings, but you're a man. You can't sit here and tell me a group of ladies yelling at you made you treat your future wife, baby mama, like that. So that was a weak excuse. But like I said, he came to his senses. And I know despite that, they really love each other. So we'll get more into that wedding vibe. But... So more about the wedding. So now the good stuff that happened. So if you don't know, Erica lost her father and Safaree lost his uncle. So long story short, in the midst of everything we see, if they're going to get married or not, what's the deal, they exchanged gifts for one another. That's when I cried, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
That's when the tears came.
That's when the tears came and the tissue came, and I was looking over at you like, oh my Lord.
Were you expecting
Watch out
that?
for the lashes.
No, seriously, girl. I didn't have no glue on me to be doing this, y'all.
Right.
But love is love, and it was beautiful.
It was.
Did you expect that?
I didn't.
I
really didn't. I didn't think Erica was going to be so thoughtful and considerate enough, to invite Safaree's sister in order, of course she's invited to the wedding, but also, have her organize creating that rosary. That was so beautiful. The custom rosary with her uncle's,
literally
his uncle's photo in it. Oh my God. When Safaree broke down crying, like that
touched me.
My heart was aching for sure. And then when in return, Safaree gave Erica the bracelet that with her father's signature.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was their very thoughtful gifts, and I feel like, honestly, not only did I cry because it was beautiful, but I feel like because I lost my mom, so I always felt like
I'm sorry,
on my
girl.
wedding day, what would that be like?
Yeah.
So that just gave me like a okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I see why you're so emotional.
That's hope. Okay. We're not gonna do this right now.
Making a little more
We're not
sense.
gonna-
Okay. No, we aren't, girl. Where is the tissue? Oh, it's right over there. We're gonna need one of the
We're
producers
gonna hold
to
it
come in and
together.
give us. Yeah,
no, we're gonna
you
hold it
good.
together.
Oh.
But that was, thank you. But that right there, I was like, wow. But the thought, I would hope that my spouse thinks that deep, or thinks that far into it. So kudos. I really just want to commend Safaree and Erica for that moment, because I mean that's something that means a lot. A wedding day is something that's supposed to walk down the aisle, and his uncle was very important to him. So I'm just glad they had that closure there for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
so-
Their love does seem very genuine and real. And I don't, honestly, I don't think I really saw it the way I saw it today.
Yeah.
Like in today's episode. Like I was like, wow, these two are really in love. This is so beautiful.
No, yeah.
They make so much sense to me.
They
really
do. And I don't know if you've seen, they're on the prior TV show. I forgot the name, but it was on the competition show, and that's how they met.
Oh, yeah.
That
What?
yeah, I forgot.
That's right. Yeah, okay. It was on some
it
show.
was a minute, yeah.
Some reality show.
But that's
where
how they met. So I feel
Yes.
like that's when I knew that they really genuinely wanted each other. And that the
Yeah.
fact that they got this far, I just hope they keep it this far. Because it does seem, despite how TV portrays them, and that maybe their past, because they both have a past.
Yes, they do.
I really feel like they really love each other.
I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
we're just going to wish wedding bells forever on them, okay?
Gorgeous wedding.
But who wasn't happy at the wedding?
Yeah.
So, now I got to switch the gears, y'all, okay? Look, I already got emotional. It's time to switch it up. Okay. So, Carly and Sierra from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta made a special appearance
Yes.
on New York. So, they're friends of Erica, and they were not happy.
No.
So, so they're supposed to RSVP. Carly didn't, Sierra did, but they showed up late, so they couldn't get in.
Yes.
That whole little scene was funny, but just tell me your thoughts about that whole scene in general.
Okay, well, I thought it was like really
Random?
staged and random. Yeah, because they came in, they weren't on the guest list. Like, why were you not on the guest list? Like, it's one thing that you guys were late. Okay, but why weren't you on the guest list?
And
Like,
Erica did say
not explain that. Like,
No,
was
she
just
did.
like-
She said there was at the end, when they saw her at the end of the wedding.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, there was problems with the guest list. Remember, she said, but you were late.
Oh, she
Remember?
did say that.
she
Yeah,
said,
there
but
were
you
problems
late.
with the guest list. Okay, well, sure. There's
What a
problems with the guest
coincidence,
list, but
yeah.
you were late. Okay, true
And only
enough,
them
they
two
were
were
late.
sitting outside.
But would that have made a difference?
If what?
If they were on time? I mean, they still weren't on the guest list.
Yeah.
Who would have helped them? It sure as hell wouldn't have been Erica.
True.
She's too busy, trying to be a bride in her own wedding.
Yeah, whether later
You
in
know?
time they still went on the list.
It was just,
yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I just felt like that whole scene, I felt like their whole guest appearance was useless.
It was.
I just felt like that was a waste of time.
Yeah, and no shade to them. We love them on the
Yeah,
show. Yeah,
they're
we
cool.
love. Oh, I love Sierra because
Yeah.
got the same name.
Yeah.
But, and I follow her on IG too. But I just feel like, how like you do have a celebrity appearance on the shows. They could have just showed them and put their title on the screen. Yeah. Show they were there and let it be. They had to give them the whole moment. Then Sierra does this whole, I don't want regular tonic. I drink real white. I don't drink tonic. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I was just like,
okay. Like, can we move on? Like, honestly.
We're here for a wedding.
Yeah. Like, I was over that moment. So, yeah. that was...
that was a quick. But okay, so we also do, so next topic, so we do have a lot of other people showing love, which I was surprised about this one. But Chrissy and Jim are back in a good place.
Yeah.
Even on the confessional, the green screen, she goes, "That's my best friend." She said, "Wow, that sounds weird saying that."
Yeah.
But I feel like that's how their relationship is. I mean, because I'm sure he drives her crazy.
Yes.
But she knows that regardless, they still have a love that's probably undeniable.
Yes.
And they did talk about Dipset. So Dipset, is a group that Jim and Juelz was formerly in.
Yes. And Cameron.
Yeah.
Juju's ex.
Mhm.
Yes.
They
were all in Dipset, yes.
And so I do want to talk about it really fast. I want to go to Juelz and Kimbella really fast. Because it all ties together. So, Juelz is in jail.
Yeah.
And so Kimbella's basically like, you have music, we want to release it because I have to take care of my family. So real fast, do you feel like, I'm not gonna say do you feel like she can handle that, but do you feel like we're gonna get the music out and it's gonna be beneficial?
Okay. I think Kimbella should perhaps seek some, professional help when it comes to dealing with his, musical projects. I don't know too much about Kimbella's background when it comes to music and, I don't know, producing and releasing music. Like, I don't know what she knows, but something tells me that she shouldn't take that on alone.
Well, she said Juelz twin brother is going to help her as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, who knew Juelz had a twin brother?
Yeah, that picture was scary. When they posted the picture, I was like
that was like a real twin. That wasn't like, they kind of look alike and kind of like, no.
See, I knew he had a brother, but I know he had a twin.
I did not even know he had brothers, or I didn't even know he had a twin period. I was like, okay, there were some surprises actually in this episode.
There was a lot of surprises this episode, guys.
Yeah, but going back to your question, okay, that's good to hear, but Juelz's twin brother, I mean, again, we didn't even know he had a twin. So I don't know, like, what does he know also about music and producing and releasing and, just like the whole behind the scenes. So I don't know. I'm just a little bit worried about that end of the spectrum. However, I do feel like his music could be a success, once it is properly, handled and released. I think it could be a success because, like Kimbella said, the streets are hungry. They want to hear something from Juelz and, some features with Jim Jones. And,
give us the old vibes back.
Cameron, hopefully, even though we didn't hear anything about that in this episode.
Yeah, but he's probably Dipset, so I guess.
Yeah.
But the reason why I asked you that, because, and the conversation they had, Juelz and Kimbella on the phone, he was kind of like, iffy at first. He was like, I'm sensitive about my music. I'm very protective over that. And, she's asking a big task, but her point in asking was to take care of the family, which I get. Mm-hmm. And, it's like, you're behind bars, but we still got to survive out here.
Mm-hmm. 5 kids?
Yeah. Like, so I get...
Well, that was another surprise. I did not know Juelz and Kimbella had 5 kids.
I didn't know it was like 3 or 2.
They showed us a scene of only 2 kids.
Yeah, I've never seen 5.
But we've never seen all 5. However, when Chrissy and Jim Jones were talking, remember when they had their little moment? Mm-hmm. They said 5 kids. Like they said, wow, that must be tough. With Juelz being in jail and Kimbella taking care of 5 kids alone. I was like, 5 kids.
I mean, I'll be honest, on these shows, they sometimes don't show everybody. Like, this is the first time we've seen Erica Mena's son, but...
Yeah, that's another surprise, but okay.
But we knew why, though. I'll get more to that, but that's different, because we know why we don't see her son, but that was different. But in this case, yeah. But, so I do feel like, I really do, I'm glad he gave her a blessing, so Juelz did give Kimbella the blessing to release his music, so I really do hope we actually hear the music.
Me too.
I just want to actually hear the music.
Mm-hmm. And I hate when they talk about it. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, seriously,
I hate when they talk about it, and they're not, but then they don't be about it. Mm-hmm. It's like, where is that music you guys were talking about like 6 episodes ago?
No,
so
seriously.
I just hope it happens, all the best. But he is talented. He is talented. So I think it'll be good.
Yes. And then, so going back, so we're in the title of Dipset. So going back, so Chrissy and Jim sitting in the bed talking about, Juelz been away and, Dipset as a whole. And, it was kind of, Juelz was like, I'm not getting any love from my Dipset crew. No one's writing me, this and a third. And Jim goes, I haven't wrote nothing in them in forever. I don't think I wrote my name. But that was funny because he was like, I only write my music. And I'm like, oh, you don't. Okay. But...
He's so chill.
Yes, but I do like when that Chrissy and Kimbella and they all met up, that Jim did extend money to give to Juelz. So I felt like that was very, because I mean, he could have just wrote a letter.
Absolutely.
But he gave him money.
That was love.
That was real love.
That was brotherly love. Like, wow. If only we could see the women come together like that.
Just like that.
The wifeys. If we could just see them come together like that.
I mean, Chrissy and Kimbella back friends, so I mean.
We'll see about that in news and gossip, but okay.
Okay, next topic. Because girl, she just telling me something, y'all. Okay, well.
I got the tea. I got the tea.
Well, in the good news, it look like Dipset is, good. Hopefully, we get music from Dipset as well, not just Juelz. Hopefully, Jim gets back in there, everything goes good, but we'll see more of that. But it's good to see they still have that brotherhood, regardless of the music. So
beautiful.
That's good, and blessings to Kimbella and Juelz. While he's holding it down, hold it down for him, sis. So, because I know that's just tough. I just can only imagine. I
could only imagine. I would hate to be in that position.
Yeah. So blessings over their
God
family for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, this is the last juicy topic we have for you guys.
Hey.
So if you've been watching, you know there's been a lot of back and forth between this Joe and Tahiry, and you know Jonathan being a ride or die friend trying to save the day. So we finally we get Joe in the picture.
Yeah.
So we're at the wedding. We're at Safaree and Erica's wedding, and of course Jonathan is Yandy's husband, her plus one.
I love that.
Her husband. I love it.
I've never heard of that before
Me neither,
until
but
now.
I'm still in it, Jonathan.
Yes.
Her husband. So, in the midst of all that, I don't know why they set this up like that, but of course they walk up to Tahiry and Joe standing by each other. Right. Now, Tahiry has been very adamant in defending that it's nothing. It's very friendly. Before I get into it, do you believe that?
No.
Well, you don't think?
No, I don't. Well, I mean, okay, listen, I'm not saying that they're actually like, you know, up to no good and you know, hooking up on the sidelines.
Going all the way in.
Yeah, but I definitely don't think that, okay, I think Joe is cool. He keeps his cool when he's like around her and, you know, when he sees her, like you just don't see the sparks in his eyes. You know what I mean? So I feel like Joe is good. Like he's moved on from her. He doesn't care about her. He's still in love with Sin and wants to work things out with Sin. Now with Tahiry, there is just something about that woman. When she's around Joe,
you don't think it's because she's just a woman and women just naturally like, no. You're like, not here for it.
Especially Tahiry. You know, Tahiry, like, she comes off as a very, like, composed, strong, you know, woman. Like, I feel like, you know, she's not one to just constantly be giddy. You know what I mean? Like, some people just kind of have that personality, you know? Like, me, I'm just kind of always, like, uppity. You know what I mean? But Tahiry, when she's around Joe, it's different. Like, you see, like, you just see her, you know, kind of turning into, like, a little girl again. Like, she just gets all, like, flustered and, like, oh, hey, Joe. Yeah, how you doing?
Oh,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
I didn't go rewatch it then.
I could see it in her eyes. I could see it in her eyes. Like,
hey, listen.
So, I don't know. Something about Tahiry, like, rubs me like she's not over him. She would love to get back together with him if, you know, the opportunity presented itself. So
do you feel because her defense, she was like, I'm tired of this narrative. I want to clear it up. I'm tired of you guys saying this. So she's, like I said, she's really defending that it's nothing. So do you feel like she's only saying this because to make herself look good, but deep down, she really would want this to happen?
Spot on.
Okay.
Yes, girl.
Because I can see that for sure.
It.
I mean,
and I agree.
Even
That's
if she can't portray it publicly or physically to where we can see it, I feel like deep down she's probably like, I mean, if it happened, I would be opposed.
Sierra. Yes. That's exactly how I feel about that.
I feel that. Well, she better stay away. Because people like Jonathan is not having it, and they have a showdown behind it. And this scene made me uncomfortable because, I mean, okay, Joe did step in. He was like, you know, mind your business. You know, I understand Sin is your friend, but there's some things you don't have to say. And Jonathan was like, well, I mean, when there's certain stuff like this, I have to. And then he made the line like, if you were my friend, and she was like, word, we had an issue. Yeah. I mean, not saying we probably like fell out, we were friends, but like, why would we be friends right now if we just had this altercation? So I feel like the way Tahiry was coming, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like how Tahiry was coming at Jonathan. I don't think Jonathan was wrong at all.
No.
I don't think so either. I'm glad that Joe, because you know, Joe can be very aggressive sometimes. I'm glad that Joe didn't come on him too hard, but I didn't like how Tahiry was coming at Jonathan. And calling him a wedding crasher. Did you even get an invitation?
Right. Do you think she was kind of putting on a show a little bit? A
lot of it.
For Joe? A lot of it?
A lot of it. Yeah, because I didn't like how it looked like Joe, Tahiry versus Yandy and Jonathan. I didn't like that whole setup. I was like, actually, Joe, stand over here. Or, because y'all standing too close.
Thank you.
And it's looking a little bit. And it looked like she liking that you speaking up.
Right.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
You know, if anything, you know, I was actually kind of surprised with Joe's reaction. You know, if anything, I actually expected Joe to be like, yeah, you know, like, I'm not really, like, cool with that. I'm not happy that, you know, we got Erica over here trying to hook up, like, you know, me.
He was surprised. He was surprised.
Tahiry. Yeah, exactly. But I don't like that he was so quick to come at Jonathan. You know, Jonathan, he was, like, sticking up for your woman. Well, your ex-woman at the moment, but the woman that you're trying to, you know, work things out with. Like, so what, Joe? I don't know. That was a weird moment. Like, if I was very weird. If I was Sin and I saw that clip, like, I'd be like, Joe, what the heck?
Well,
Like,
I think think he was defending the fact that it was people. He said that Jonathan was putting stuff out that wasn't true. So he said you're basically interfering with their relationship because he did say he said what me and Sin has nothing to do with y'all. So he did say that. So I think he was just trying to defend the fact of stop going around saying stuff when you don't know the full facts about it. So I think that's what he was defending. I don't think he was really defending Tahiry. I hope not.
Well, it did come off that way.
It did come off that way.
He even had a moment, where he was like speaking on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like being spokesman for her. And you remember like she was like kind of off to the side, like,
that was what upset
that's
me.
right, Joe. And I was like, what?
That's
like,
the part I didn't like.
What is this? Like, okay, like all of this just needs to shut down. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I don't like this whole storyline. I don't like how they put Tahiry in this because I feel like despite, even if she is innocent, you're not looking innocent. Exactly. Despite how much you say you're not in it, you're in it when you decided to go shopping with him. And you were in it when you decided to, because regardless, you know what it looks like to people. And you're his ex at the end of the day. So it's kind of like, if I'm hanging out with my ex, what is it going to look to anybody? Tahiry, stop acting like you clueless, like we just making this up and trying to blame you for something that, that's how she's acting. Like she just, oh my gosh, why are y'all blaming for this? Girl, cuz, you know why.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye, actually.
See, I was rooting for her last week, but I don't know now.
Yeah.
Now I'm back on the, look, I'm sorry if I seem flip-floppy right now. I don't know.
No, well, I mean, we have no choice.
Yeah.
They put us in this position.
Yeah, I'm just here to speak it.
Exactly.
Well, seems like we got some more. Seems like we got some more tea. So let's just get into this news and gossip, y'all.
Yes, honey. Come through. Okay, you guys, I got the news and gossip. Okay, I got the hot tea. It's piping hot. Okay, so this is more of a piece of news that I got for you guys, as opposed to some gossip. So this is more of a fun fact, Sierra. Check this out. And this is actually according to Yandy Smith Harris's IMDb profile. Did you know that she is a producer and an actress?
Who, Yandy?
Yeah, Yandy. Did you know that? Yay! Fun fact. Okay,
that is a fun fact. But I'm trying to. What is she?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You're like, what has she been in?
Like the receipts now.
Let me tell you. Okay, so. So again, according to IMDb, her profile, she is known for Illusions, which came out in 2018, so just a couple years ago. Okay. Percy and 2 Days in Harlem, which came out in 2014. I guess these are some of her films that she's been in. So, hey, that's what's up. She not only manages artists, but she also, does some acting and producing as well.
My girl got a skincare line. That's what I said. Yandy's about her money. She's not worried about y'all.
Man, I respect that.
Yeah.
Aside from everything else.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I honestly never heard of those movies, but that's good though.
Yeah, I know me.
I never heard of them, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna look into them now because I like Yandy.
Yeah, we always root for Yandy.
All right, moving on. We've got Joe Budden in the headlines. Okay, so according to allhiphop.com, Eminem calls Joe Budden a traitor in one of his songs called Lock It Up. So this is from his new album titled Music to Be Murdered By. Did you know Eminem just dropped an album recently?
I haven't listened yet, but I did see it. He dropped it.
Yes, girl. So he just dropped an album. And here, okay, so this is verbatim, and I quote, okay, from allhiphop.com. Trying to save at Kroger, yeah. So why would I give a F about backstabbing Trader Joe for?
How you know it's Joe Budden?
Girl, of course he's talking about Joe Budden. So these two have history. Okay.
So, I don't know the history. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they have history. Okay, I have another fun fact. So Eminem actually signed Joe Budden.
Oh.
Yeah, he signed him to his record label. Obviously, things didn't work out well, and Joe has expressed in the past that he doesn't like the way he didn't like the way Eminem was managing him and his stuff. So that's where it's all rooted from. It's rooted from Joe's transition into a journalist and criticizing Eminem. Yeah.
Wait, so Joe he said something about Eminem as well? Joe said something about him as well?
Oh, yeah. He has criticized his music before. Yeah, so there was a song that came out
rock, y'all.
Not too long ago. Yeah, girl, trust me, I didn't even know. So there was a song that came out not too long ago that Eminem was actually featured on. And Joe, on his podcast, went in on Eminem. He was just, bashing his bars. Like, he was just like, like, this is trash, pretty much. So him and Eminem, they are not cool, honey.
This is a duo I never thought to think of that would be feuding. This is like to me, this is, well, now that I know it's actually real, but when I first saw this, I was like, what is she finna say about this? Like, to see them paired up, it's like,
I know, girl. We just dropping
this is different
bombs today.
Hey, dropping bombs. The episode dropping bombs. Okay, we're here for it.
We are here for it, girl. Okay, so now moving on. Kimbella. So Kimbella was on Raw Ali's podcast called On Site. Did you know Raw Ali had a podcast?
I didn't know she had a podcast, but I didn't know. Yeah.
And just so you guys know, Raw Ali, there she is. Raw Ali actually used to be on Love and Hip Hop New York, so she was a part of the franchise as well.
Yes.
So get this. Okay, so Kimbella, so this is circling back to
Chrissy
when we were talking about Chrissy and Kimbella, and you said that they were now friends again, but So, but not to say that they're not cool, but check this out. So Kimbella said on Raw Ali's podcast that they are not friends. I repeat, Kimbella said that they are not friends. So they were interviewing her over the phone, but she did say that her and Chrissy have an understanding and a mutual respect for one another. So that's why we saw in this episode, they seem pretty cool with one another, I guess respectful, but they're not friends. Okay.
You sure defended her like a friend.
I know, right? I know. You sure were acting like a friend when you guys were all, meeting up with Juju. And, I don't know with Kimbella. I feel like Kimbella acts out of convenience. I felt like
my face just says I feel.
Right? Okay. We're done with that.
I'm just okay, because I know they filmed the show prior to real life time.
Right.
But I feel like even if it was a time difference like y'all probably felt over time, it's kind of just like, how do you not call it your friend where y'all just been very friendly? So maybe she has a different definition of a friend and being cordial, or maybe this was just for show, because it's not making sense to me.
No.
And then you have both of your men, they're back and they're in the same group, and y'all preach about this family, and then you say this, and then you defending her like she's your family, like she is your friend. So it's just confusing. I don't know. I'm confused.
And she just gave you money. Well, okay, even though it was on behalf of Jim Jones for Juelz, girl, we all know that money is directly for you two and the kids. It's not just for Juelz, to go use on his, own. Yeah. It's for all of you guys. You know what I'm saying? So that right there was love. That was really big. You know what I mean?
Do you think on the show they're being cordial or they're being friends? From what we've seen on the show so far, do you think after the whole apology makeup, do you think we got friends or cordial?
Honestly, I got friends.
I got friends.
I got friends.
What
do y'all think?
Yeah, let us know what you think. Maybe we can be overanalyzing it. I don't know, but I got friends. But if she said they're not friends in real life, then hey.
And mind you, this podcast was just a couple of days ago. Okay, this is fresh off the press that Kimbella said this. So I don't know. I would like to hear Chrissy's take on this. Yeah. How she feels about Kimbella saying that they're not friends. They just have an understanding. Okay, fine, whatever, man. Y'all do what you do.
Okay,
And last but certainly not least, and this really isn't news and gossip, but I just gotta throw it out there.
Let us hear it.
I'm just gonna do my own thing. No, I'm kidding. Okay. No, I just wanted to throw it out there that Remy Ma and Papoose, their baby.
So cute.
Girl.
She is Remy's twin.
Oh, we do not see enough of that girl.
We don't.
She is Remy's
She looks just like Remy.
The sleepy kind of eyes. Oh my gosh.
No, the cheeks, the lips. That is Remy's child. I mean, obviously, but
so cute. Yeah, honestly, I love their baby. I love their love. I love the relationship between Remy and Papoose. Seriously, I want that type of love.
Of course.
I really
definitely.
do.
I need a husband
that love.
Papoose that's gonna ride for me when I'm doing bad, down and out. He just really shows, and I'm honestly glad, despite how all the Love and Hip Hop franchises portray, the Black community and just the show and the franchise in general, relationships, everything in that nature. I'm just glad that we at least have Papoose and Remy to show positive. Because honestly and truthfully, they're probably out of all the Love and Hip Hop franchises, they're probably the only ones.
Yes.
And there's a lot of couples. They're the only ones. So I'm just proud. And I really just want to salute Papoose. And I just really hope that men out there actually take, his advice. And, he does try to give advice to, Joe and to the guys. guys, and that, you know, they really trust his advice. So
Absolutely.
I hope that people watching trust it well.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that. You
Of
know,
course,
I couldn't agree more. You know, it is really refreshing to see a nice, healthy, loving,
positive image.
Yes, a positive image on Black love.
Yes.
You know, and I also love how he promotes Black love all the time with the
Yes.
hats and like the merchandise. Oh, it's so cool.
Yes,
I
we
want to
need
give
it.
me some of that.
We need it. And like real fast, last thing, it is called Love and Hip Hop. And I watched something and they say, you know, it's always love and hip hop, but there's either no love or no hip hop.
Girl.
And it's like,
Girl.
at this point, we're going to have to rename these shows, y'all. We need to be what they are.
Yeah. Broken
'Cause-
love and whack hip hop. No, I'm kidding. Look, for real though, like,
But-
where is the good music coming out of this show?
And I feel like there's a lot of talented people, like just in general in this music industry, that I feel like can really use this platform to benefit. And I feel like we keep portraying the bad and try to find storylines to nitpick at each other. And you have to understand, you make these people look bad in real life because it's what you show us.
Exactly.
And that's why I had to start, even me just, you know, just talking about this, I have to remember that a lot of these things could be fake sometimes. So I have to even watch like what I say, because it's kind of like, I don't know if this really even happened in real life, you know? But yeah, that's just my little tip to Love and Hip Hop. Just show us more
Great tip.
positivity. We despite, I know that, you know, Rah gets ratings, but honesty and love and respect, that gets ratings too.
Absolutely.
It definitely does. So we need to see more of that. That's what I'm gonna say.
Girl, I couldn't agree more. I'm just loving this. Yes.
That was a special segment for y'all. So guys, we'll be back next week with episode 9 of Love and Hip Hop New York. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. But until next week, I'm your host, Sierra Stafford. You can find me on my Twitter at Sierra B. Stafford and on my Instagram at sierrastaffordtv. Where can I find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at iam.sabahailemariam or check out my website, sabahailemariam.com. We'll
Check
see
it
you guys
out.
later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.